Hey, this is Penny from Penny in Your Pocket with another quick tip tutorial. And this one we are going to learn how to send an email broadcast or even just an email sequence. So we just did one on how to create a brand new blog post in our Kajabi account. What happens if you want to get that blog post out to everybody on your list? You need to have a way to be able to send them an email or a broadcast email, which is what we're going to do, to let them know that you have a brand new blog post up and you'd like them to pop on over and read it. So that's what we're going to do today. And the other thing that you could use this for as well is I know a few of you do webinars on a regular basis. And this would be another really good way of being able to get an email broadcast out to your list, letting them know that you have a new webinar for them up. You can actually put a link into the webinar. So let's get started. Where I want you to go now is over on our menu on our left-hand side. We're going to go to the marketing area. I'm going to click on marketing. Just going to move my screen over and we're going to go to email campaigns. This is how you would create an email to send out to your list. So the first thing you're going to do is decide what kind of email campaign you want to do. Do you want to send a broadcast? And a broadcast is just one email. And that's it. Like it's a broadcast, you can schedule it to go at a certain time and date, but it's just one email. Whereas a sequence is a series of emails, that may be relating to the same thing. You might send one on day 1, one on day 3, one on day 5, etc. But for the purpose of what we're doing today, we're going to do a broadcast, which is just one email. So we're going to click on new email campaign. We're going to select email broadcast. And what I'm going to do in here is give it a title, new blog available. And the cool thing about this is as well, once you have this one set up, like say you are letting people know that you either have a new webinar or a blog available, and it's something that you are going to want to do on a regular basis, then this, you can actually clone it as well. So you don't have to like start it from scratch every single time. So that's really good to know as well. Okay, so who's going to receive the broadcast? So this is where you would say, well, I want everybody, or you can actually do a filter. So you might decide, okay, well, I only want to pick the people that are actually a member, and we'd go apply. So currently it's showing 42. So it's saying, okay, well, that would reduce it down to 31 people that are going to get this broadcast. And then you would click save and continue. Oh, there's a whole lot of other filters and things that you can do as well. So if you want to break it down even further, you can, choose other areas of things. So you might want to pick a tag, or you might want to say, actually, I only want to send it to one person, and I know what their email is, or I know what their name is, and you could actually just hone it into that one person and put their name or their email address in, and we'll just go out to them. But for the purpose of what we're doing right now, we're going to leave it as they have to be a member, and I'm going to click save and continue. So this is our internal details, and we can see that we've named it new blog available, which is cool. We have a subject line and our body and some automations. Now I've actually already gone and typed up my details for this particular email just to save us a bit of time. So I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste those in. But you would just go into each of these fields and start typing it out yourself. I've used another emoji. If you don't know me, I like using my emojis. And again, we would use that through the browser, Google Chrome. You would go to edit and emoji and symbols. Okay, then I'm going to head on over into my body copy and we'll see what it picks up over here. May or may not bring everything in. We might have to actually pop some other things in separately. Okay, so one of the things when you are using any email in Kajabi and in most email programs is you need to put in certain specific custom fields or fields so that program knows, oh, okay, I can see there's a field for first name, I can see there's one for last name, I can see there's one for a date field, or they own this particular program, so we want to put the program name in. this is where you would go to do it. You're going to go insert custom field, and it will show you in here all the fields that you currently already have set up in your Kajabi. So you're going to pick the one or the fields that you want inserted into your email. This one, I'm going first name. And this one's just letting them know about the new how to do a blog tutorial that I've just created. And so you can see here I've actually got a link. Now, because I'd copied and pasted this, the link is probably not going to be the correct one. So in order to grab the link, like say if you are linking out to your blog, the easiest way to do it is to make sure that you actually have a copy of the blog up already. And then you would just pop on over to that particular tab, grab the URL, and then you can paste that in. So we need to copy that. So you're doing this with me because I didn't actually have it up and I probably should have. So we're going to go over to our blog because this is where I want them to go. This is the link that I'm sending everybody to. I'm going to pick the blog that I want. I'll get that up. And we can see now that in my URL, this is the URL that I need for my link. So I'm going to copy that. I'm going to go back into Kajabi, back over and highlight my words that I want to change. I'm going to click on the link, drop in the new URL, and I'm going to change the text over here to say you can check out the, let's have a look, mini tutorial here. Now our target, in case you don't already know, I like always choosing this as a new window so that they, your site is always open somewhere on their computer. It's not being closed down and being replaced by something else. So always target should be new window. I'm going to click OK. I've written my sign off. Now I'm missing my picture of my signature, which I also normally like to drop in there. So we would go and find that. Hopefully I've got it on my desktop and it's really quick and easy to get to so that I'm not wasting any more of your time. Desktop, there it is there. Drop it in. Okay, great. So that should pop in my signature name. Yep, there it is there. That's pretty cool. Do I want to add any automations to this? So what I could do is to this group of people, like say it was a specific thing that you were sending them and you wanted to know quickly and easily, like you wanted to do a filter around those people that have received it. This is a good way of doing that as well. You can add an automation. You can even use this. This is a great one so that it'll actually work out when it's been opened. See here. So when the email broadcast is opened or when it's clicked. So what you could do is you could actually say, look, I want to know when they click on the link. Okay, so probably a good one is to add a tag. But at this point in time as well, say you wanted to trigger some kind of another email campaign or another email to back it up to say, hey, thanks for opening up the blah blah, whatever it is that you're offering, and then you can quickly shoot them another email. So great way of being able to use tags to really filter down into your list and find out what people are doing and what they're not. And you could even create specific funnels and things around that so that you can say, if this person does this, then I want you to do that. And that's where this comes in really handy. You would add a tag. So I might say here, okay, well, I want to know if they open this email and they click on my link inside it, then I want to know watched blog tutorial. I'll just hit enter or return to actually create the new tag, and then unclick save. Okay, so that will now give anybody that clicks through and opens up the link in there, it actually gives them a tag. So that's another really cool way of being able to do it. Okay, so we're going to click save and continue. We can have a look at what the email looks like. So it comes up saying here, this is what our email is going to look like to people when they see it. I don't know that it'll let you actually hover over that. What we can do at this point in time is send a preview to ourselves. So I would always recommend that you do this as well. Anytime you go to send an email, always make sure you send a preview to yourself so that you can actually go through and look at it, just to see what it does actually look like. So we'll click on that now to make sure that it all has come through properly. Okay, so yep, we want to show images. So yep, it's come through with the headline. Yep. We can see that everything's there. And if I go to click on the link, let's just do that to make sure that it has actually put the correct link in there. Yep, and there it is. So it has definitely worked properly. That's what we wanted to see. Our preview's behind, so we'll just get back in there. Pop our preview up. Okay, and everything else is as it should be. So I'm happy with that email, and then you would just continue on and you go, great, okay, save and continue. And this is where you get your options to send it out to people. So you can either send it at a specific time or you can say send it right now. So if we're going to do it at a specific time, you can actually click on the specific time and tell it when you want it to send. So I might say, okay, you know what, I'm going to schedule that for 10 o'clock tonight and I'm going to hit apply. Okay, and then I can go confirm. Or I could have kept it as a draft as well. To go back and fiddle with it at a later time. So anything that normally you have as a schedule or a broadcast will come up, like if it's scheduled, it'll come up with the calendar. These little symbols here indicate that it was part of a sequence, which is why it's got sort of like it's part of an automation sequence, which is what that symbol means. The arrow is the ones that are actually the broadcast. So once it's been sent, that will then change to a green arrow, so you know. And obviously you can also go over into the sent box here, or you can go into the sequence. So the sent category will show the broadcasts that have been sent, and the sequence heading or category will show the sequence emails that you have set up. Okay, so, and if you had any drafts in there as well, you could click on the draft and you would find that in there. But that is how you send out a new email broadcast.